I will probably not hear, or you'll probably not hear any other person share them. Maybe until this video goes viral, you know? These tips help me. There are 6 tips, and they help me get ahead of my peers or my my friends in 2023, and I believe they will help me in 2024 as well, but I do not want to carry them in 2024 without sharing them with you. Okay? Number 1, stop pushing that skill that you have in thought. Okay, stop pushing it away and start utilizing it. When I talk of that skill, I know you know what I am talking about. I know you know what you've been learning that you've been pushing away. I was so sold into going to office jobs or to learning new things that I did not recognize that the skills that I already have or that I already had was so important. For example, I learned copywriting way back, but I did not understand that I can start using, or that I could have started using copywriting the time that I learned it, because I was so sold into finding other office jobs, other physical jobs, other jobs that I could appear physically to. And so when I started using copywriting skill, when November was finishing last year, at the end of November in 2022, the game changed for me. My mindset shifted, my money shifted, um, my planning shifted. I mean, that one skill that I started utilizing, sorry, why am I speaking like that? That's one skill that I started utilizing, changed my whole life for good. So there's that one skill that you learn, but you're not so sure whether you should start using it. One, because maybe you have uh beliefs like I had, limiting beliefs like I had, or secondly, because you do not think you have, or the skill is good enough for you to start optimizing it, or utilizing it or monetizing it. uh but all in all, I want you to start utilizing that skill, or to find ways before the year ends on how you can move to my second point, the second point that I want to share, which is pitch that skill to clients. Okay? You have been struggling financially, yet you have a skill. And it doesn't matter whether it's good enough. When I started pitching my copywriting skill, it was not good enough. But where I was last year and where I am this year are 2 different places. Because from pitching, I met clients that were able to train me. I met clients that were able even to pay for courses for me to take. And I met clients that were able to shift my mindset in how I handled my copywriting skill. And trust me, you never know, but pitch that skill, pitch that want to monetize that skill. Uh, with whatever level, it doesn't matter whether you're beginner, intermediate, expert, just start pitching that skill that you've been pushing away. And the best month to do that is November and December. That's when everyone else is thinking of how to end their year, how to relax, their holidays. And that's when the most intelligent clients look for expertise. Okay, so today, okay, because I'm recording this video on 1st of November, so most probably you get it some weeks, or weeks later or days later. Okay, so when you get this video, start pitching that skill. Whether you're beginner, intermediate, expert, I've said it doesn't matter the level that you're in, but pitch that skill, and then you'll be able to move to my that point, which is learn in the job. Okay, stop waiting until you're an expert, because you'll not be an expert with your knowledge, without practical experience, without practical knowledge. Okay, no matter how good you are at a skill or in something, okay, you're not going to perfect it if you do not learn practically, in my own opinion. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, so as I've said earlier, I learned copywriting, or I perfected my copywriting skills in the job, because I met clients that were able to train me, that were able to pay for my trainings, that gave me tasks that demanded for me to do research, or to unleash critical thinking and analyzing skills and problem solving skills. Yeah, so allow yourself to learn in the job. And the most important thing is to pitch, to take that skill that you've been pushing away, pitch it, and then allow yourself to learn in the job. And I've told you the most important, or the most recommendable, in my own opinion, I've told you these tips have never been shared again. The most ideal time to apply to jobs or to start utilizing that skill that you've been pushing is right now, November and December. Okay, that's when most companies are relaxing, but that's when the best businesses or the most intelligent businesses are pushing so hard so that they can close the year in or greater, because they have realized maybe they have missed deadlines, they have missed their goals, they have gone over their budgets, and they're trying to find ways in which they can close their year best or high so that they can start their next year high. Or they are looking for people to move in or to help them the following year, because most people quit in December and in November when they're closing the calendar years. I don't know whether that makes sense, but whether it does or not, whether it doesn't make sense or whether it makes sense, that's pitch in today and start looking for that job today and allow yourself to learn in the job. The next tip is to monetize your skill. The meaning of this is to upsell that skill. Yes, you've learned, you've discovered the skill. Yes, you've pitched the client, and yes, you've learned in the job. Now that you have extra knowledge, now that you're not a beginner anymore because you've been learning, and I know you're an intelligent person, so you've been keeping note and you've been keeping progress and you've been aggressive. It's time to monetize or upsell this skill. And the way that you can do this, immediately you get into that job and learn the dynamics, learn how the job works, blah, blah, blah. Start reaching out to other clients and use this job that you've gotten now as experience, okay? So, for example, for my case, when I got my first client in November 2022, okay, it might not have been my like very first, but it was my first full-time client and focused clients. When I learned, they had me as November was coming to an end, okay? And the whole of December, I started learning. In January, I was looking for jobs. Then I was looking for jobs as an expert, okay? That way, I was able to get paid more and get more money. That's all we are looking for. At the end of the day, we want to live comfortable lives. And in order to do that, we have to get to certain financial levels, if that makes sense. So, the other thing that I will advise you with your skill is that charge for quality. Okay? Let's say someone reaches out to you, because I have, for example, for my case, I have clients reaching out to me. Do not be afraid to charge them. Do not be afraid to give them those higher rates. Trust me, I don't know whether it's human psychology or whatever it is, but the more you charge, the more the client feels like you're going to deliver quality work. Yes, I want you to deliver quality work, but I do not want you to lowball yourself. Never lowball yourself. Okay? If a client can pay, let them pay. Okay? Furthermore, you're in the job. You're already in the job. You're already upselling. Okay? So you need to charge for quality. Charge for quality. I remember. Let me tell you, I have lowballed myself a number of times. Let me give you for example, with a true example. Um, uh, when I started out, the first job that I got was in June 2022, and it was a by the way job, and I was being paid $5 to write 500 words. You can imagine, and I was so excited. I was so excited. It was mind blowing to know that I could earn money from copywriting. And then I didn't have another job until now, November. Okay, when I got hired in November, I was getting paid $10 for 500 words. Insane, right? But then I started realizing how much power my words were making, my words had to my clients' businesses or to the my boss, okay, to his business. Now I decided I'll be charging more, but I didn't understand. I had my idea that, you know what, it's like a pattern. Now I can add maybe a $5 to the money, the $10, and charge $15 for 500 words. But now, in 2023, as the year was beginning, I got a client and they wanted me to write a 100 words email. And then they asked me, "How much do you want me to pay you?" And I thought, you know what? Let me charge this client $50. They will probably refuse because it's 100 words anyway. The client said, "Yes, that's okay. Let's begin the contract, blah, blah, blah." And I was left in awe because why didn't I charge more? I mean, they could have paid more from the conversations that we had, from the interview. I know for sure they could have paid more, but I said $50 because that to me was insane amounts. When they got the results or the copy that I wrote for them, the email copy that I wrote for them, they added me $20 as bonus. And I was like, what? I know if I would have charged even $100, they would have paid. But now you see, that's an upgrade because it was mind blowing that someone can pay $50 for 100 words. And yet I started with being paid $5 for 500 words. Anyway, later, I got a client paying me, okay, $200 for 700 words. Insane, right? Insane. And let me tell you, it's been a learning journey, and I've got other clients that have paid me higher amounts. So it's been a learning journey, and the most important lesson that I have taken away from that one whole year that I've been a full time copywriter is that do not lowball yourself. Let the client choose whether to work with you or not. But the more you charge for sure, the more they feel that they're going to get quality work. And when they pay you, my rule is that when a client is willing to invest in you, please give them return on investment, okay? But these tasks, but then the highest paying clients have the simplest tasks, and the lowest paying clients have the most complex tasks, in my opinion. Okay, so that's why I recommend paying or charging higher rates, and that way you're going to get even clients that are better, that are best, that allow you to be creative and do your own work and do your work to the best of your ability. Okay, so the sixth thing that I can tell you is to plan your year and to plan it right now. Most people are going to start planning their year in January, or when the year started, that's when you'll hear that they have resolutions, they're starting to create their goals. But no, planning your year in November or in December allows you to have a broader perspective or allows you to think more critically without that much pressure. And that way you're able to get ahead of everyone else. When everyone is planning their year, you already planned your year and started working on that year, and so you're able to move at a faster pace, okay? And then in January, there's that I say there's suffocation of minds, of thoughts. Okay, there's so much going on. I mean, you just transition to a new year. There's that anxiety. There's that pressure to become the best version of yourself. There's so much pressure for sure when you start planning in January. So that's why I recommend to start planning your year in November and December. And when I did it for sure, it set me up for success. I'm speaking to you in November. It's been a whole year of changed mindsets, changed perspectives because I planned my year in November and December. I decided, you know what, I'm going to do things differently. And I think doing those six things that I've mentioned, one, starting utilizing that skill that I've been pushing away, two, pitching, three, uh learning in the job, four, monetizing or upselling my skill, five, charging for quality and charge and not lowballing myself, and six, planning my year in November and December. Doing those six things changed my life for good. The way I look at things, the way I think, the way I want to move. I was not into reading books, but because I planned in November to start reading books, trust me, I have been reading transformational content. I hated reading books so much that I thought starting with motivation books was the best thing to do. Trust me, throughout the year, I've been reading motivation books. I've been reading health books, or well-being books. I've been reading marketing books. I've been reading different types of books for sure. And like these small, small habits that I planned in December and November that I was going to take into 2023 have set me up for success the entire year. And I'd like you to do the same because I'll be doing the same going forward in 2024. I want to upsell my copywriting skill even more. I want to charge more quality. I want to be able to get those clients that are able to, fly me out for the full experience. I want I want to get the full compensation package of the highest paid copywriters. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to start planning right now, and I'm going to do the things that I've mentioned in this video. And we'll meet in 2024 in November still for a testimony. Okay? So yeah, those are my tips. I know you've not heard of these tips, and if you've not And if you've had maybe of these tips you've not had in the same way that I've presented them to you, I hope it was clear, by the way, and I hope you're going to use them or take them positively like I've shared them. And please, when you do, let's meet in March, December, January, February. Let's meet in February. Okay, that's when I'll be ending my 12-week year. Let's meet in February with your testimony. Okay, and let me tell you, it doesn't take long to get a job if you do it the right way. So let's say you have that excuse that, you know what, I have some graphic design skills, but it's so hard to present the graphic design skills, it's so hard to get a job. It's not hard. You just need to do it the right way, or get a mentor, and you do not have to pay for these things anyway. You just need to do it the right way and to be aggressive, be aggressive. I will always share with my friends that being aggressive will set you apart and will help you reach goals faster, or being angry at your goals will help you reach those goals faster than someone who is relaxed, everything. So plan ahead and do those skills that we've shared, and let's meet in February with testimonies. All the best. And if you like this video, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It will help the video so much. And you can also subscribe to my channel if it pleases you. And if you're not sure whether to subscribe or not, check out my other videos and make that decision, because you can learn so much from my channel. Okay, see you on my next video, and bye.